NXT, just please move to another night. My God, you're competing with this. You're competing with this. Yo, what's good? It's the real one, and I'm back for another video. And as you can see, AEW was a hit last night. This is the picture of what happened last night in the parking lot brawl. But if you haven't figured out by now why I'm so always so hyped about AEW, you better get it. You better understand. Because last night, it got highly praised by fucking everyone, man. Everyone, bro. Understand. And I don't know, people were watching NXT over this. I don't know, they had people who were just switching over to Shotzi Blackheart for one match, and then, but jeez, I don't know how the hell you were watching NXT over this. This was a stacked card, and the main event delivered. It delivered one of the best parking lot brawls you've seen, bro. So I can't wait to the ratings later. I can't wait, because you know what? This is what NXT has to compete with. This is what Vince did. And so now they have to suffer, unfortunately. You know? But I can't wait to the ratings, man. What a fucking show, man. But yeah, dude, they need. I made a tweet last night, guys, and people got confused, and I really apologize for that tweet. It had said that NXT just announced, with a D, that they will be moving just announced that you're moving to a different night. And people took it that I was saying that they did announce it, when it was an autocorrect error, and I meant to say just announce that you're moving to a different night, because they had said earlier in the day that William Regal was going to make 2 announcements, and I'm just like, and the announcements didn't happen. So I'm like, dude, just announce that already. Just announce it. They really need to move it to a different night, guys. You want to get spanked by this shit? Then by all means. Dude, we could keep doing this shit for months and months. But move to another night. Wednesdays belong to the elite of the elite. All Elite Wrestling, man. What a show. So since you see the picture of what's going on, this epic moment, might as well talk about it. This was the main event. It was highly promoted. Heavily promoted. I don't know if this was pre-filmed. I would say it was pre-filmed, because usually, I wouldn't say it was like a cinematic, but usually with these type of things, in the COVID era, it's pre-taped, so I would think it was pre-taped. If it was live, that'd be fucking great, but I think it was pre-taped. Man. So you had, Santana and Ortiz, they came out in face paint. I don't know why. They came out white face paint, whatever. You know, Best Friends came out, and then, you know, they were beating the shit out of each other. You know, man, the how this match would happen, what was going on in the match, it gave a Def Jam game type of feel. It was filmed in a parking lot, you know, real parking lot, and, you know, it gave you that big fight feel for one of those parking lot brawls. You know, you had people, you had the spectators, and then you had the cars around it. Oh man, what a feel, man. And so you had that, and so they were beating the shit out of each other, and then Orange Cassidy comes out of a trunk, and he starts beating up Santana and Ortiz. And at one point, Santana, he's like bleeding on his back and shit. I probably due to the wood, you know, wooden stick or whatever fuck, you know. And man, that was brutal. So he helps Best Friends, and then that allows Best Friends to win. And then you had Best Friend. Look, I don't know, man. I think LAX, they needed the win. I don't know what they do from here. Maybe they get help from Eddie Kingston, and maybe Diamante joins them, but I don't know, man. I don't know where they go from here, but I guess it makes sense. If best friend wins, they get the revenge, and you had this fucking moment, which was epic. So, you know what? I guess I'll take it. This was great. You had them picking up the victory, and then you had an SUV pull up, and it was Trent's mom, and they go into the car, they leave. They start driving off, but then Sue stops, and she gives the middle finger. What an epic fucking moment to close out the show, man. This was great. And yo, SmackDown just announced today, I don't know who the fuck, it said, reported by probably the Sun or some shit. It said that there will be a rematch this Friday, tomorrow, of the I don't even, the Uso, I think it's Jay Uso and Roman Reigns versus Sheamus and Baron Corbin. And so that will be not a parking lot, bro. It'll be a street fight. But you know damn well that they were watching AEW last night, or they saw on social media how amazing this match was, and they want to duplicate that shit. Oh man, wow. Oh man. They're gonna try it. We'll see how that one goes, but man, what a match, man. What a card. So alright, so you had that. Oh man. So that was the main event. Heavily promoted, and it delivered. So the show really started off with Jurassic Express versus FTR. So you had Jurassic Express in the ring. Some of their music was playing, and then it stopped. Then you had the Young Bucks come out, and they super kick the refs. They go to the back, and they throw money at Tony Khan as for a fine. So it looks like we're getting a Young Bucks heel. The heel Young Bucks. So then they look at FTR, and I guess that'll be their next feud, which should be great because we've all been wanting to see that match happen. So maybe at Full Gear. Probably at Full Gear. But again, the Young Bucks will probably lose that match again, so I don't know. Man. So then you had FTR come out, and then I really thought at some points that Jurassic Express, they were gonna win, but nah, FTR wins, and it was a great match. You had MJF in action. He faced some jobber. He beat him up in 3 seconds. So it wasn't like one of those. He fucking beat him up in 3 seconds and won the match. He cuts a promo, and he's like, he's talking about how he's the uncrowned champion because Jon Moxley cheated because he used the paradigm shift, and so he cheated, blah blah blah. And so he's like, you know what? I'm gonna start rolling with people. I'm gonna start getting my own crew. This led me to think he was joining the Inner Circle because of what happened last week with him and Jericho, and he'd be using Chris Jericho in the Inner Circle to get what he wants. But I don't know. But it looks like he teased joining a faction, a tag team. So that was interesting to think. I said it from the beginning that the beginning of Dynamite that I wanted MJF to join the Inner Circle, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't think he's going to join the Inner Circle though. I think he'll probably have his own shit. But so then you had Lance Archer come out. He starts first of all, last night was a night for a bad night for the crowd. The crowd kept getting beat up. Happened early in the night. But Lance Archer comes out with Jake Roberts. Lance Archer is beating up the crowd. Then Jake cuts a promo and he's like, I'm enlisting help. And he enlists Taz. Taz comes by himself. I'm like, where the hell is Ricky Starks and Brian Cage? And so, then they cut a promo and then Jon Moxley comes out. But in the crowd was Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. And so they're beating on Moxley. And then Will Hobbs comes to help Moxley. And so this led to Moxley saying, because next week they needed Moxley needed 2 people and Lance Archer needed 2 people for a 6-man tag match. There were supposed to be mysteries, but then they announced it in the segment. Jon Moxley will be teaming up with Will Hobbs, who they just signed. And he also cuts a promo and he's like, I need Darby Allin. So he's talking to Darby Allin, who's apparently at home. And so he's going to be teaming up with Darby and Will Hobbs. And Lance will be teaming up with Ricky Starks and Brian Cage. So next week, I think Will Hobbs will be taking the pin. And so there you go. Put Lance Archer over before he loses at the anniversary show. So then you had Best Friend, Private Party versus Jericho and Hager. Yo, before this match happened, it was like a segment or two earlier. You had them rolling to the back and Matt Hardy's on the floor because Matt Hardy was like managing in a way Private Party. And so Private Party's there and they're like, yo, what happened, Matt? Jericho comes to the back. He's all concerned. He's like, oh, what happened? And then Jericho goes, oh, I think you're going to have to amputate his leg, man. Oh, my God. Jericho's hilarious. But, so that happened. And then later on in the night, you get Private Party versus Jericho and Hager. Jericho and Hager pick up the win. But then Chris Jericho starts beating up Isaiah, and then Mark Quinn helps him, and then Jake Hager takes Jericho out the ring. So that was that. You had Thunder Rosa versus Ivelisse, pretty good match. Thunder Rosa's still the champion, obviously. I didn't think she was gonna lose the NWA Women's Championship. So there you go. Hangman Page. Wow. Woo! Hangman Page versus Frankie Kazarian. Some person was telling me that this was gonna be a jobber match, a squash match. Like, yo, I bet you look stupid now. Now you probably didn't even watch the show. Stupid. Hangman Page versus Frankie Kazarian. Obviously, they were gonna use this match to get Hangman Page over as a single star again. But what a fucking match this was. And you had Kenny Omega on commentary. I thought that this was the night, but no, you know what? I think it's either now, it was either last night, or someone said the anniversary show. And I think that'd be a perfect moment now. The anniversary show. October 14th, gotta happen. So, you had... Yo, this match was insane. The way Frankie Kazarian did a cutter... Oh my God, dude, this match was great, very underrated. Frankie, Hangman Page picks up the win, obviously, with his buckshot lariat shit. And then, I thought Kenny Omega was coming down to the ring, but he leaves commentary and just leaves Hangman Page hanging. I don't know why they expected that, because Hangman Page, Kenny Omega left, Hangman Page hanging at All Out. So I don't know. But he left him hanging. He didn't go to the ring. He went backstage, and the crowd, someone threw a beer at Hangman Page, and he caught him, started drinking. So that was that. Great match, man. Great match. I think that was one of the last matches. And then you had a segment with Kip Sabian and Miro. It was just, they were, at a gym or some shit working out, and they, you know, they just had like laughs and shit, and that was really it. I mean, they didn't do much. I would like to see them do more with Miro, but it's only the second week, so I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with him. They're still continuing with the best man shits, but I don't know, man. I don't know. So yeah, that 2 hours, man. 2 hours. This shit goes by quickly. There's barely any matches, but man, oh yeah, no, man, what a match, what a show. This show was great. And so, if you know, that's it for today's show, today's episode. If you like what you see, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and I'll see you guys for the next video. I hope you guys